I guess the rain scared everybody indoors. Where is everybody? All right, well, we need to get going. So, time for my jog around the office.
It's raining this way.
Miranda was on the phone.
Number one.
All right. So we have our on-time drawing this morning. What is MLS? Who did that? All right, so we have 11. What are we giving away? We have a bag of goodies.
Number one.
We got a shirt.
I want the shirt.
We have some cool folders. Gold,
Oh, I need gold.
gold,
Number one.
and a few black. And mouse pad, other junk, notepads, pens, pins,
I want the shirt.
pins for that you can wear at Summit. All right, which we'll talk more about later. All right, so
Number
what
one.
is it? No, no way. This was not rigged in any, so. So,
I thought people were gonna hate me.
right before the meeting, she goes, let me see your phone, let me see your phone. And the app wasn't even up or anything, she goes, choose number one, choose
Oh
number
my
one. Right in my phone.
Okay,
Oh,
say my
man.
secret.
So now all of you are gonna start coming up to me, let me see your phone.
Ooh, it's a large.
Oh, man.
If you need a different size, let me know.
She's giving it to me. It's okay.
On second thought, don't let me know.
I do like videos. I can be more.
All right, everybody. Pull out your phones and take pictures throughout the meeting of the speakers. And tag everybody, selfies like that, I love it. Although, let me,
What's happening?
all right, and then check in on Facebook. All right, our breakfast sponsor. See, you're all eating those burritos. Are they good?
Yeah, good,
Super
good.
good. Where'd you get them from?
Salad and go.
Salad and Go.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Franchise, one by Diamond and the other one's Arrow.
So I want to introduce Dwayne Amby. So Dwayne Amby is a friend, personal friend. Love him. He's the one that introduced me to Island Flavor years ago. And he used to be a Realty One agent. Now he's with Pulte/America West Homes. And he brought the beautiful bee with him to also talk about what's going on with Pulte and others. So come on up, guys. Thank you for
Appreciate having me again.
burritos.
I think the last time I was here, I was grand opening Linmar Ranch. I haven't seen every one of you, so I'm a little disappointed. But I don't know, maybe you guys don't like getting paid. I don't know. I'm just teasing you. I'm a big ROG person. Support everyone that comes in from Realty One Group. My only thing is, let me know who you are. If I don't know everyone, but if you come in and say, hey, I'm with Realty One Group, then I'm gonna say, hey, I know Mark. How can I help you? It changes everything, right? When you announce who you are, our presentation completely shifts because you're a professional. We're all professionals. We're in the same industry. So that's my soapbox. Let everyone know proudly. I'm with Realty One Group. This is my client. Do what you got to do. So I'll be really quick. I'm still at Linmar Ranch. We're doing really well. We grand open in September. Our community is all quick move-ins, so you can get paid quicker. Right? So there is non-traditional home site, pick a lot, pick your options, pick your corn, pick your cabinet colors. It's set. All the pricing that you have, as it says quick move-in, is going to be ECOE dates and total sales price. Right? So come on in, just say, hey, I have a buyer within 475, what can we do? And I'll have an Avondale, let's take a look at it, let's get into contract, we'll close in 2 to 3 months, maybe even today. So that's Linmar Ranch. We have another community, it's been really hot, it's called Tenaya Springs. I don't know if you guys got flyers, emails, notifications. It's been crazy. So it's a drawing now. We don't like drawings, we don't like offer processes and all that stuff, but it is what it is. So we have at least 50 buyers per drawing per lot, okay? So it's my sister community, there's no models there, so there's not a sales office, everything funnels through Linmar Ranch. So we've got a lot of people touring Linmar Ranch to see options or whatever it is at Tenaya Springs. I always try to push, why wait? 1 of 50, you can buy today, okay? So that's Tenaya Springs. I don't have much new in the Southwest, but I think I brought B today. She's cool, but she has really exciting news. She's gonna talk about her current community and something really exciting. I think it's our first, right, for our company.
First for our company.
Okay.
So, good morning. Hi, everybody.
Oh, sorry, good morning.
Good morning.
I came off hot, right? I came off hot.
Came in hot.
I did, sorry.
No, I won't mind. So, I recognize some of the faces from last time, but anyhow, my name is V. I'm in Northwest Vegas. So Pulte owns American West. They have Pulte Homes and they also have Del Webb, right, for 55 and over. So Dwayne and I sell all three. Right now I'm in a Pulte community in Northwest and we're selling out. So if you have people for models, I'm your person, okay? Because I have 4 models ready to rock and roll. You get 3% of the base, okay? So that's Talbota. That's in Northwest Vegas, and I have my information out there. This is
And I would be your neighbor.
and Mark would be your neighbor, because he comes and sees me sometimes. And then so I've actually never, this is the first time I'm saying this. I was given the okay last night to talk about this. So we are building our first townhomes in West Summerlin. And they are going to be opening, y'all wanna write it down, March 2nd is the grand opening date. So, does anybody know about Reverence out in Summerlin?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Is it right by, it starts with a K?
Kestrel.
Yes.
Yeah. It's right off Lake Mead.
Mhm.
So this is Monument by Reverence.
Mhm.
So it's gonna be all townhomes. First time Pulte's done this in Vegas, so we're really excited. It's gonna be myself and another one of the agents, Laurel, who's in the Southwest right now. Yeah, and so she'll be back and we'll be together there. I don't wanna bore you too much, but I'll just say this, rooftop decks, sun decks, I can't say view, but view opportunities for most of the buildings there, yeah? Questions on it? I don't know pricing. We have a community pool.
That was gonna be the question.
I know, I can't say, I honestly don't have the pricing.
I got a
but-
question.
Yeah.
How many units per structure?
It'll be 4, 6, and 8 plexes, yeah. Try to stump me up here. 4, 6, I was like, how many units?
Come on, Dwayne, it's brand
I
new.
know.
So it's 4, 6, and 8.
Yeah, 4, 6, and 8, 3 floor plans, lots of specs. Everybody knows specs, yeah? So I keep saying, okay, all right, sometimes our lingo is, the thing with the spec, just think I get paid sooner. I get paid sooner and you get paid sooner, so we like specs. I like them much more than a dirt build. Tons of specs at that community, just like Dwayne's as well. What else can I say?
Will it be comparable to the Toll Brothers that are out there?
They're gonna be better than
I think it'd be
I
priced
agree.
better.
When will models
That's
be
the real
opening up?
question.
March 2nd,
So models are opening up March 2nd.
yeah.
So,
Are they doing pre-sales?
They are not doing pre-sales, but we're doing interest lists, and it's a long,
Square footage range.
1,600 to 1,900 square foot.
Nice.
Yeah,
So-
so they're,
with the grand opening community, this is maybe your first?
yes, my first.
So with grand opening anything, you guys wanna be the first of everything. So don't wait till March 1st to tour. I'm not saying you can, but work with B and just say, hey, I wanna be the first, I wanna shoot some content, whatever you guys wanna do. We're big supporters of realtors, 3% of the base price in every one of our communities, okay? So we're big pro realtor, we wanna build that relationship. But don't wait till then, you're too late. People already have content out before her grand opening. You wanna get your buyers interested, say, hey, I've got the maps, I have the lots, these are gonna come up. I've worked with B directly, I have the inside track, right? Everybody wants the newest, first I wanna be the first release, find out how she's gonna release them, if it's gonna be a lottery or drawing. You wanna get the first information. So the way to work, March 1st, start working with B now. Start talking to your customers, hey, there's a new development, there's a new project, I'm working with B. Let's get you in, let's see what the lots, take a look and preview.
So I got an idea. Would you guys want to do a business meeting out there right after their grand opening? Would you welcome us?
Absolutely would.
And we'll do even one better, we'll try to get it prior to that.
I'll provide the bus.
Typically, they don't like doing this because they wait to the very last
That
minute.
is awesome.
I just gotta make
You know
sure.
what Miranda just said? She'll provide the buses. She has buses.
I just have to make sure they're available that day.
All right, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
no, I would love for y'all to be able to come.
So we'll work on that. I'll
Yeah.
work with B and her sales manager, and we'll try to get you a pre-showing or pre-grand opening so you guys can be the first, right? But
Awesome.
individual agents, I'd already start working with B. I'm like, hey, what can I do to be the first? What can I do? Can I sneak in? I mean, I didn't say that, right? I mean, what?
I'll sneak you in, I'm off Thursdays and
Right, so
Fridays.
just get in there, shoot some content, say, this is up and coming, this is gonna be the hottest project,
Cool.
because I think it will be, it's our first.
Yeah.
So, any questions for any one of us?
Can you make the two on Thursdays?
Yeah, we'll do it as our sales meeting.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll be there.
My reverence, yes.
All right, thank you guys so
Thanks,
much.
thanks, guys.
Appreciate you. And again, thanks for those burritos, were amazing.
That was Dwayne.
Yeah. All right, here's our upcoming training. Tomorrow we have Finding Motivated Sellers and Preparing to Win the Listing. It is from 9 to 11. That class is going to be here in this classroom as opposed to the Summerlin. And then next Wednesday, Module 9, Winning the Listing, Negotiating the sale. The sale. I was really in a hurry this morning. And Module 10, Closing the Sale and Creating Clients for Life, that is next Friday. That these two are in Summerlin, this one is in right here. Urgent notice, that just says that Rev Up tomorrow is going to be here. All right. Who's going to Summit?
Woo!
Angel?
Sorry, I'm paying attention.
Judy didn't talk either.
Where are you gonna be, Mabel?
You found the mushroom?
I'm going somewhere.
So-
I'm going to Summit.
Yay! All right, so I found that, I put it on Facebook this morning, as a matter of fact. You can find it in the One Design Center and just put it on your social media. Unfortunately, if you haven't run, the cutoff was yesterday or the day before. But here's the thing, it's free for all of us. Free. I'm sorry, we're gonna miss you, Mila. But so you're already registered. All you need to do is go there and check in. And go there early. It's going to be really, really busy there. So that is going to be the walk is Sunday morning at, I believe, 9 o'clock. Did you check the app? 9 o'clock. So yeah, Sunday morning, 9 o'clock, and make sure that you stretch and hydrate, and because it is 0.8 miles long.
What?
Yeah,
Point
it was nothing
8
last year.
miles, but it starts at the Venetian, and I guess it goes around the sphere and comes back. So that's kind of cool. All right, the food truck today is King Street Kings. I don't know what they do.
Barbecue,
But they do food.
I think it's barbecue
Barbecue?
or something like that.
I don't know, I thought it was Hawaiian, but I don't know. Food truck is out there in the parking lot, way out that way, every Thursday, I believe 11 to 1:30. Sometimes they're good food, sometimes they're expensive food. Sometimes they're good and expensive. All right, I need you guys' help. We need to grow this office. And we've been doing a pretty good job up until this month in growth. However, I need your help. You guys are coming across agents all the time, and a lot of you are great at referring agents already. But if you refer 3 agents to us and they get hired, you get free for a year, 12 months free. So your $100 a month goes away for a year. That's a $1,200 value. If you do the math, $100 times 12 months, yeah, $1,200. So help me out.
Is that non-Realty One group agents?
Yeah, because they're already written. All right, let's talk stats. So here's our current stats. Active listing, 4,970. Of those, 3,615 are single family. Under contract sold is 2,881 and 1,488. 3.3 months of inventory. I expect to see that go down, especially after hearing what Dwayne said, that they're having like 50 people per lot are bidding on them. That happens when we get into a seller's market. Price decreases 1,469. Hey, Steph, it's really hot in here. Can you adjust that for me, please? Thank you. All right, let's compare that to last week. Is we had 5,000 listings, so it kind of came down a little. Last week we had 2,683 under contracts and 1,527 sold. So those numbers have gone up. Single family, 37 last week, 36, so that number has come down. So if the interest rates continue to go down, you guys didn't talk about interest rates at all. You got any specials on interest rates?
Yes, so my community, most of the communities, we have something called a forward commitment. Forward commitment is good for home specs, good for quick movements. So the last series of forward commitment money, we have one for February, March, and April. So you can get as low as 4.75 or 4.5 and with discount points. And most of our communities, the standard is 3% of the base price towards your buyer's closing cost or the rate buy down. So FHA, I think as low as 4.5.
So another
Fixed per
reason to go and take your buyers them 4.5% interest rates on government loans.
FHA and DA.
Yeah, so that's amazing. Thank you. So yeah, and as the interest rates continue to come down, I predict this that months inventory is going to come down as well, which means you're going to have more multiple offers, more above list price, more cutting out the appraisal contingencies. So it's one of those things. Careful what you ask for. We all ask for lower interest rates, but there's things happen as a result. All right, who's using AI in their business? I know you are. I'm going to show just a short little video that I saw and I thought was really cool, and hopefully it could help you guys out. How do we get zone?
Scroll down a little bit and click on the video.
Where?
Scroll down a little bit and click on the video. There you go. See yep.
To the best of your ability. Now, rather than just writing some article based on a one-sentence prompt, ChatGPT is going to ask you as many questions as it needs to in order to provide you the best possible. This one sentence will change the way you use ChatGPT forever. In a minute, I'm going to ask you to write some copy for my business. This will include blog content, Instagram posts, and sales emails. Before we begin, I want you to fully understand my business and customers. And here's the sentence that will change everything. Ask me at least 20 questions about my business, customers, audience, and anything else you need in order to complete the task to the best of your ability. Now, rather than just writing some article based on a one-sentence prompt, ChatGPT is going to ask you as many questions as it needs to in order to provide you with the best possible.
So check that out. Have you ever heard of that, doing that? Yeah. So as opposed to just telling ChatGPT to, write a blog content for me or write contact for my website, you tell ChatGPT, I'm going to ask you to do this, but first I want you to ask me questions so that you can best understand my business, and then they write the blog post or the website contact or whatever. It's amazing. I tried it out. It's killer. It really is. So if you're not using AI, maybe you should. I guess you could even do that on a description for a home. If you want AI to write the description, you could tell AI to, ask me about the property, and then, write a great description.
Hey, Mark, did you try the free one or the paid one?
I used Bing, the AI that was on Bing. I like free.
Uh,
All right. Rock Title, make sure you use Rock Title. You have anything to say? We have a training coming up today.
Honestly, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either.
Yeah, that's
If
fine.
we do, it'll be right here, but we're not sure. All right, but make sure that you use Rock Title. All right, with that being said, we have Dale Anderson here. Dale has been here a few times. He's a safety expert, and we keep bringing him back because the content is so good. And I'll tell you, the safety of you guys weighs very, very heavy on my heart all the time. I'm serious. When you guys are out doing, showings or open houses, so that's why we keep bringing Dale back. And speaking of open houses, I believe that's what he's going to be talking about today, is safety in open houses. So with that being said, Dale Anderson.
Thanks, Mark. So it's kind of crazy. I did, real quick, I was in law enforcement for a lot of years, and I was going to teach cops when I was done, because I've been teaching cops for a long time. I already had the information. I knew what I was doing. I knew the material. I started speaking to realtors about your safety, and it really changed everything about what I'm doing. I'm with Mark. I don't know really any of you, but I care about every single one of you. If it hits the fan, I want you to survive. When I first started doing this, I started this to make money. I'm not making any damn money yet, but I'm getting the word out. In the last 2.5 years, I've spoke to roughly 3,000 agents, and I'm just going to keep pumping it. Those of you that aren't going to the summit, man, you're going to miss out. The summit is so fun. I went for the first time last year. I'm going again. It is amazing. And I'm not a realtor. Never been a realtor. It is so amazing. I just can't say how amazing this event is. Okay. And I talk and I move a lot, so I apologize. So last week,
So do I.
so they're used to. Last week I got an email from somebody I don't know, some lady named Stephanie. She says, "Hey Dale, this is Stephanie." I'm like, "What happened to Nicole?" Well, we don't want to talk. I'm just kidding. I like Nicole. So she says, "Hey, I'm Nicole's replacement. Can you come talk for us?" I'm like, when? She goes, "Well, next week or the week after or March, whatever." I'm like, "Well, I'm coming to Summit. Let me see if I can afford to change my flight." So I changed my flight. I said, "I'm in," and I don't have anything for you. I have no idea what I'm going to talk about because my normal CE class is 4 hours long. I walked around and I'm walking around and I'm on my ranch and I'm dealing with cows and horses. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? So I created something exclusively for Realty One Group. This is just a class that I'm only going to give Realty One Group right now, okay? Because I do care about your safety so much.
Not just Realty One Group, but Realty One Group Southwest.
Right. I probably spoke here more than most places. Billings, I'll tell you, Montana's been really good to me, strangely, because it's so small and so rural. But in big cities, this place has been the best to me for sure. We're going to talk about identifying potential problems at open houses or model homes. Okay? Because they're really not a whole lot different. Because you've got strangers coming in, right? You don't know these people, so that you don't know their intentions. We're going to try to prevent acts of violence, because that's key, right? So you see something that doesn't look right and you can prevent something bad from happening, oh, thank the good Lord. Okay? Because I don't want you to get into a fight. I've been in dozens and dozens of fights in my life. Afterwards, I'm like, yeah, woo, that was fun. But I always injured somehow. I know, it's crazy. Always injured somehow. But the last fight I got into was downtown Las Vegas, chasing someone just south of Fremont Street, got into a foot pursuit, and I broke my hand 6 weeks before retiring. Here he goes, why did you chase him? I go, because I can, man. You know, I loved it. We had so much fun. I had a compound fracture on my hand from punching dude in the face. So every single time you get into a scrape, you're going to get hurt somehow. So you want to minimize that if possible. We're going to discuss plans about escaping and preparation. Have the proper mindset. Your mind is everything. If your mind, there's one lady I spoke to in Indianapolis, very nice lady, but probably the meekest human being I've ever met. I'm so worried about her. Because if someone says, hey, she's going to just fall down, pee her pants, and let her do whatever. She's not going to stand up for herself. I know that for a fact, and I've tried and tried and tried. It's all in your head. Every bit of it is in your head about your survival and you wanting to fight back. Because every single one of you, from the strongest dude in here to the smallest woman, can fight and survive. And I'm going to show you an example of that. I was a cop. I'm not a realtor, I've never been a realtor. Okay? I like being straightforward, because when you're talking about violence and the whole realtor safety thing, classes are usually boring, right? I'm not that guy, and I don't believe if I'm walking on eggshells or being super politically correct, then I'm going to get the point across. Because when it comes to you being beat and you surviving, there is zero political correctness about it. None. None whatsoever. And if someone doesn't like what you do afterwards, you call me, we'll talk to them. We'll fix it. I don't know everything, that's for sure. It's a pretty heavy topic. And we're going to watch a really heavy video, which is going to kind of be a downer, I'm going to be honest with you. So if something happens and you start having memories and start stirring up old memories, it's okay for you to just get up and walk out. It's okay for you to cry. It's okay for you to come up here and kick me right in the nuts. Okay? It's happened 3 times so far. And I never expected it to happen. All of a sudden I got this girl sobbing in the back of the class. I'm like, oh, I cannot handle women crying. Okay? It just kills me. That's why God didn't give me a daughter. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. Because that's what would happen. So this has happened 3 times before. Some heavy memories have come up. So if that happens, it's okay. Everyone in here supports you. Everyone in here cares about you. And if you need anything, you let me know. If you need to get up and walk out, get up and walk out. I'm going to show a video of this lady. Her name is Michelle. Okay? It's not her name. She didn't want her name or her company to be revealed. Okay? If you happen to know who Michelle is by listening to her voice, please, please, please don't say anything. Don't tell nobody. Okay? Because this is a pretty heavy video. I don't want you to be scared. I don't want you to go out and, oh, he said these open houses are dangerous. Of course they're dangerous. Do you realize you guys are in a high-risk profession now? Federal government considers realty a high-risk profession. Law enforcement, firefighters, construction, high risk. That's where you're at, okay? So it's just the truth of it. I don't want you to be scared. I don't want you to be nervous. I don't want you to be paranoid. I just want you to look at things a little different so you can be just a little bit safer, okay? Afterwards, since it's going to be kind of down and dirty, I'll stick around for any questions for as long as anybody needs, okay? I'll answer anything. And my clicker's on. And you lose power. Oh yeah, that's great. July 11th, 2022, what happened in Las Vegas? Everybody know? It's walking distance from here.
Frightening moments for a local real estate agent. Las
Walking
Vegas
distance.
Metro Police say a man attacked the realtor right after she showed a model home to potential buyers. Fox 5's Lauren Martinez joins us in studio with what happened to this realtor.
Jacqueline, police say the suspect came inside the model home and filled out an interest card under a fake name. The agent noticed he was acting suspicious and made her feel uncomfortable. She followed those instincts, and experts in the real estate community say she did everything right.
Sense of gratitude that that this agent, she was so in tune with what was going on around her.
On Wednesday afternoon, a local real estate agent was attacked after showing a model home. Las Vegas police did not disclose the location to help protect the victim's identity. Police arrested the suspect, Richie Cervantes. He faces several charges, including attempted sexual assault. A police report recounts what happened. A real estate agent noticed Cervantes was acting suspicious. He unlocked several windows and eventually left. The agent called 911 to report his suspicious behavior. She then locked the front door and windows and called a coworker. While she was on the phone with her coworker, Cervantes returned. He broke a window. The real estate agent hid in a closet. The police report says Cervantes dragged her out of the closet and she fought to try and free herself. He made threatening comments before performing a lewd act.
I think she...
That's not the heavy video, so just be prepared, all right? I've interviewed hundreds of people in my law enforcement career. I've put a lot of people in prison because of those interviews. So I got pretty accomplished and lucky, I guess, and blessed to be able to interview people. I wanted so bad to interview this lady. Hey, when I saw this article, I was mad. If I had seen this guy, I would have beat him to a pulp. This happened to a realtor. And like I said, I care about you guys. And I was mad. If I'd have got a hold of this dude, he wouldn't have made it to jail, I promise you. He went to the hospital first. And I was just on fire. And I'm 21 miles from the Canadian border. I'm not even in Las Vegas. And I'm mad as hell. Happened to a realtor and happened in Las Vegas. And coincidentally, it's within walking distance from this office, okay? So I was scared to death to call her to see if she'd let me interview her. Scared to death. And I've never been scared to interview anyone. Scared to death. 2 months I put it off. Finally we were in Las Vegas and I, my God, just do it. Just call her. Worst she can do is say no, right? Make him tell you no, right? I call her and guess what? Went to voicemail. Woohoo. So I went to voicemail. I left her a message. Excuse me. Long story short, she called me back the next day and I interviewed her. She's not on camera. She didn't want to be on camera, okay? So you have to stare at me again for even longer. But listen to what she says. It's a 45-minute video in all. I cut it down to about 8 minutes, okay? We just have the meat and potatoes, so there's going to be a lot of questions about what really happened, but you need to hear the meat and potatoes of her story, okay? Michelle, okay, we don't have that. Michelle, how are you?
Hi, I'm great, thank you.
We're in the model home that she was attacked in. She asked for the interview to be
This
there.
did happen a couple months ago, and I'm a real estate agent here in Las Vegas, and I sell new homes. So this actually happened at a model, and all of a sudden the door opens, and it is this guy walking in, and he's within a few feet of me, and I just kind of felt a little startled, probably, I guess is the best way. Wasn't afraid at that point, but like you could see he looks homeless, baggy clothes, backpack, looked disheveled, dirty, he smelled like sweat, he reeked of pot. And so I stood up and greeted him like I would normally do to everybody. And he kind of walked around, and I did not follow him in every room. But I had texted my superintendent saying there's a homeless guy in here. So he called me and he stayed on the phone with me while this guy was in here. He was in here for all of 5 minutes, probably not more than that. So he walked around, asked a couple of questions, kind of muttered like, oh, I've got a few jobs, I think I can afford a house like this, and you know, okay, whatever. So we ended in the kitchen. He sat down. I actually had him fill out a registration card, which I would normally do with people, of course, a fake name. And I noticed he had a phone on him that he pulled out, and so he's writing his information down. Stolen phone, maybe his phone, I don't know. And so I give him a bottle of water, as I would normally. It was very hot that time of month. And with that, I walked him out of here, and my superintendent was on the phone the whole time with me. Okay, so locked him out of here. And with that, I talked to my superintendent and we decided, let's go around and check the locks, right? So made sure the doors were locked and made sure the windows were locked. Interestingly enough, 2 of the bedroom windows were unlocked. So as I'm on with police, he comes back and is banging on the front door. And my superintendent, after I called the police, I called him back, and now he's again on the way coming here, and he goes, well, maybe you should answer it. He's yelling, my phone. So I go to the closet, which is just, it's not even a walk-in closet, it's a regular closet to kind of crouch down to stay out of the way of windows in case he were to look in and to kind of feel a little protected. So within a matter of minutes, he is back again, banging on the front door. And again, my car is parked right across the street from the model, but I can't get out because he's blocking both entrances at this point. Okay, so I'm crouched in the closet. I decide I better call my manager and let him know. And so I let him know, hey, I'm gonna get out of here. This is what's going on briefly. And at this point, the guy is really knocking on the door, ding-donging the doorbell, banging, kind of yelling, getting pretty rowdy. And so I'm starting to get afraid. And boy, this is not gonna be a good thing here. So my boss is like, did you call 911? Yes, I called 911. And I decided to call 911 again from my personal phone. And so that is what I think really helped save me, because it escalated it, because I now said, hey, I called a few minutes ago, this is now really freaking me out. This guy I feel is trying to get into the house, he's up to no good. That I think helped. So with that, I hear a noise, and it ended up being a broken window in a bedroom down the hall. It didn't sound like a window to me really at that time, but I heard a noise, and so I'm still crouched in the closet. My sales manager is on my work phone, 911 is on my personal phone, and I'm kind of tucked in the closet. Within a second, he was in the house, kicked my work phone to the floor.
He's got a hold of her at this point.
Grabbed a hold of my neck and started strangling me. And, I screamed, kicking, screaming, clawing, saying I called the police. Luckily, not a very big guy, about my height. And I am in the hallway, and there's literally not one thing I can grab to protect myself, not one thing. It's not a fully finished model. So from where I was, not a picture in the hallway, no weapon, no vases, nothing, clear path. And so there were several times throughout the attack that I couldn't breathe, that he had my mouth covered, that he was going for my neck, trying to knock me out, shake my head. And it's horrible. He ripped the back of my dress, and I am just in full attack mode and fighting and doing everything I can. It definitely bothered him when I said that I called the police. And my manager actually heard everything at this point. He was about 10 minutes away, so he ended up coming to the scene too. So at this point, I'm being dragged down the hallway to the laundry room. And at one point my hands are in his mouth, I'm biting, I'm clawing, again, everything I can possibly do to fight, I am doing. Going for his eyes, going for his face, just major attack mode. So I get to the laundry room, which happens to be an internal room in the house. There's 2 doors, one from the hallway and one going from the laundry room to the master bedroom closet. And so this guy's smart enough to know, as it's dawning on me, he knows what he's doing. You know, he knows where he's at. He's smart enough to unlatch windows. Definitely on a mission, you know, and in the laundry room, that is when, that split second, I was still standing, and I said to myself, oh my gosh, this is gonna be really bad. He is gonna knock you out, he's gonna rape you, and he's gonna kill you. And I remember thinking that, and I said, no, you can't think that. You have to keep fighting. You have to buy yourself some time. And I was thinking very clear the whole time. And so with that, he knocked me to the ground. And I was basically crouched up against the door. Both laundry room doors were closed. And I was screaming the whole time, swearing, you know, again, fighting. And when he pushed me to the ground, he got on top of me, straddled me, and again, covered my mouth, squeezing my head, my ears, again, trying to choke me. There were many times, again, that I couldn't breathe, and, you know, I wiggled, moved to try to get where I could breathe. And I'm not a big person, but luckily I was strong enough to, you know, get where I could breathe. It's a horrible thing not being able to breathe.
Absolutely.
And I know strangulation is a very serious thing. So anyway, he's on top of me, straddling me. My dress, although it was ripped in the back, was still on me. And he is saying, you know, I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna have sex with you, I'm gonna kill you. He's touching himself, his hands are in his pants, and he kept repeating himself many times. I'm gonna have sex with you, kill you.
Okay. Sorry. They got there relatively quick. He was in custody. Yeah, and she thought it was about 20 minutes. When bad things are happening to you, time legitimately slows. You know, I've been in fights where I'm like, and it wasn't like that, you know? So I kind of want to apologize, but I don't. I did this interview for one reason, to get this information out to realtors. Because it's heavy. It sucks to listen to. And that interview is 45 minutes long. I went to the jail to interview him. When he gets convicted, I'm going to try and go back and re-interview him in person. When I'm not going to kill him. Because I need that interview, because if I can add that to this, you guys need to see where his mind is too. I don't know if I'm going to be able to interview him, but I'm going to try. So like I said, I kind of want to apologize, but I can't. Because this is too heavy. This happened right down the damn street from here. Okay, it happened right here in Las Vegas to another real estate agent. Is it an open house? No, but it's damn similar, right? Very, very similar, okay? So afterwards, if you have questions about this longer video, I'll stick around and answer any questions anybody wants, okay? Just real quick, Michelle survived. Suspect arrested on scene. Okay, she did not get sexually assaulted. She's a fighter. She's now a friend of mine. I just texted her yesterday. The case is still pending. If something bad happens to you, do not expect a quick outcome. It's not gonna happen. This guy raped another woman 2 days prior. He's going to prison. Okay, I'm hoping that they don't make some kind of deal and minimize her battery, sexual assault. I got a copy of the police report because I wanted you guys to see it. Oh, no way. There's zero chance. I'm like, any civilian ever see that report. None. It's just too hard. Michelle survived. She's an amazing human being. She's tiny, you know. But I have this saying in my company: is to be more savage than the savages. And this instant in her life, and she's a good person. She was more savage than this guy for a very short period of time. in your life, if you're ever involved in some type of violent attack, you have to become more savage than the savage attacking you. In my opinion, all this stuff, all these people doing these kinds of things to innocent, unwitting people are savages. They're straight up savages. They don't live by any rules that we live by. So you can't maintain your ideal lifestyle or your ideal values for this short period of time. You have to change it. Okay, and she did. I'm biting, I'm scratching, I'm clawing, I stuck my hands in his mouth, I tried to poke his eyes, I'm fighting. And that's not who she is. So for that short period of time, probably 3 minutes of her life, she became more savage than that true savage. And you may have to flip that switch. Okay? So I don't want you to do it every day because you're all good people. But you can do what she did and more to survive. Open houses. What do you do in an open? Now we have just a complete downer, right? In open houses, what do you do to be safer in an open house or a model home? What can you do to be safer? What's that?
Stay alert.
Stay alert. Keep your head on a swivel. What else?
Never someone with you. You need somebody.
Partner, someone with you? Yes. You know, and I know it doesn't happen every time. And if you tell me it does every time, you're either 1 in a million or you're lying, right? Because it'll be okay. Oh, it's just a couple hours. Oh, everyone's busy. Oh, I don't want to bother them. Please bother someone. Please ask them because they're going to go for you. And if they can't because they're doing something, someone else will. Please, please, please. Because if someone asks you and you're available, guess what? You're going to go. So why wouldn't someone else? Take a boyfriend, a husband, a big son. Man, in Montana, they got these big corn-fed sons. Man, they're like this big. Take your boys. Ain't nobody gonna mess with them. Take someone if you can. Okay, what else do you do to be safer?
Share your location.
Share your location, let people know you're gonna be there. Do you do that every time?
I do whenever I show a house.
Okay, good. Well, I'm sorry?
I don't hear, yellow, come here and ask for a yellow sunset folder.
Okay, so a lot of places ask for a certain type of folder. The yellow sunset folder is perfect because it's Realty One. Other places ask for the red file. At least they have a plan in place, right? Good. What else do you do to be safer at an open house? Do you check the doors? Doors and windows.
I leave both the front and the back door, so there's always an exit.
Okay. So who always makes sure the back door is locked? I love this part of this discussion. Who locks the back door every time? Do you? Do you? Okay. So why do you leave it locked every time? You just do? I just do whatever I need to do. It doesn't matter, right?
No, I lock the door if I'm by myself.
Okay.
And then I'll go ahead and let them know, go ahead and preview the property.
Sure.
And I stay by the front door and I have it unlocked.
Good for you. Why do you lock the back door? Is there a reason though?
I do because I don't want somebody to come from
Okay,
behind.
so that's a great argument, right? I don't want someone coming in behind. She leaves the back door open so she can get out. Okay? Where'd she go? She's already out the back door. Oh, this guy's killing me. I'm out of here. So, look, if you, yes, sir.
How about not go, when you're showing a home, not go into the room first, let them go first.
Never let them follow you anywhere, ever. Okay? And you guys are pretty good at that, especially in the front rooms, right? There's the door over there, I'm gonna stay over here. I wanna be by the door, right? You're pretty good at that. Keep them between you and the door at all times, okay? The doors real quick. If you lock the back door every time, okay? Say, I want you to do one simple little thing for me. Not for me, for you. I want you to go manipulate the locks on that back door 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. Unlock it, lock it, unlock it, open it, lock it, unlock it, open it, lock it, unlock it, open it, lock it. Why?
So you can be used to it and know what to do.
Perfect. Muscle memory.
Makes a lot of sense.
In high moments of stress, these don't work very well. Okay? You truly have a high moment of stress. Your body, your brain protects all of this from the pelvis to the top. And these don't work that well because they're not that important. Okay? This stuff is important, okay, to keep you surviving. So the body shuts a lot of things down. Anybody cold plunge? Happens when you cold plunge too. You're like, oh, it's super cold. You know what cold plunging is? You sit in really damn cold water for a period of time. Yeah. Dana White does it. Never mind. So the reason I want you to manipulate those is because if you're running, someone's attacking you and you're running towards that back door, your brain is already telling you how to manipulate those locks. So when you get there, it's boom, 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 and you're out. okay? You're not getting there going, oh my gosh, because you may not have that much time. So if you lock the doors every time on an open house or a showing, make sure you know how to manipulate those locks to get out, okay? Because in a high moment of stress, you're not going to be able to figure it out, and they're going to get you, okay? I just spoke in September in northern Utah, Logan, Utah. And this girl, she's in her mid-20s, she did an open house. 5 minutes before closing, guess what? Some dude walks in. Always a bad sign. Always, okay? He looks at her, he walks around, she walks to the kitchen, he rushes her. He bear hugs her and throws her to the ground. What are you gonna do? Because it just happened to this girl last year. This happened in, the video was 2022, but it's right here in Las Vegas. 2 months after this video, I didn't put this video in here, another lady in Tucson was attacked, violently attacked. She didn't get killed or sexually assaulted, but she lost her baby. She was pregnant. So this stuff is happening, okay? So be as safe as you can. Do you do anything to project safety? Make someone walking in think that you're safer? What do you do?
Just, I have.
Just punch them in the face right away? Hey, I ain't playing.
No, I have several things that I carry with me. So
Okay.
that they see, oh, don't mess with her.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What else? You fake it on the phone? Call someone on the phone if there's something weird? Hey, yeah, all right, honey, I'll see you in about 5 minutes. Right? Why not? It's fake. It could be a lie. Maybe they're an hour away, but they don't know this. It's all about projection, right? Do you do anything? Okay, so we'll just talk about it. Do you do anything to make them think everything's being recorded? This is what I want you to do. I don't care if you grab some of my signs, or you make your own. It doesn't matter. Just pass those around.
They gonna raise some peppers, right?
Yep, we'll talk about that in a sec. Just pass those around. Put something like this up. These signs are simple. They say, please be advised this property is being audio and video recorded. Right? Does it have to be true? No, because the bad guy is coming in. If he believes this place is being audio and video recorded, he ain't gonna want to do anything because they don't want to get caught. If they're being audio and video recorded, there's evidence. Okay? You can buy a fake camera. You can get a fake camera with a little red light that blinks. Costs $10. Get some signs like this. Make some signs like this. Buy some signs like this. Put them in a couple places in the house. Make them think that someone is watching you. Someone is here protecting you. Okay? In Havre, Montana, last year there was a girl that spent a couple of my training classes, and she was in a house with a couple. It was just a regular showing, and she was getting super weirded out. She was getting super scared. And this is so humbling. I've had so many humbling things happen to me since I started speaking. She was so scared in her mind, she goes, what would Dale do? Like, what? She goes, what would Dale want me to do? I want you to get out of the house. Guess what? She did. She just walked out of the house and let them finish. Good for her. You don't have anything to prove. You don't have to stay there to put yourself in jeopardy. When your sixth sense is telling you something's wrong, guess what? Something's wrong. You may never find out, and just pray to God you don't. Your brain has one friggin' job. That's to keep you alive. Listen to it, please. I love signs like this. That's why I spent the money and made these things, because I think they're so important. Now, I know the stop one's a little aggressive, but what if you're in a more aggressive neighborhood? Why not? We just talked about this kind of stuff. Doors, we talked about doors, front doors, back doors. Windows and escape route? Heck yeah. If it hits the fan, man, I'm going right through the window. You may have to pick a chair up and throw it through the window, or a kitchen appliance or something like that. When you walk in these houses, I want you to start looking around for things that you can use to defend yourself. Show this here. Secure rooms. Find if there's a secure room in the house or someplace that's got a good solid door, you can get in there and you can get away from someone, get in there and get on that phone. Hold the door shut. Okay? A good solid door, like something like this, which you don't have a lot of houses, but some houses do, especially custom homes. Find these places, have a plan. Because if you go, what am I going to do? It's too late. Because they already have a plan. They already have a plan of what they're going to do. The guy that came back to Michelle was building up the courage to come back and do what his plan was. So they have a plan. So you're behind the 8 ball. So you've got to have a rough plan of how you're going to survive something like this. Because you're going to. And when you're done, get done dealing with the police, talking to Mark, you call me. Because I'll be there for you. Until, what, 12 and a half years, right? My life insurance expires at 65, so I got to go right around here. So, tools you can find to defend yourself. I'm going to show this video. I created some commercials for my business. This is one of the commercials because I can't carry all this stuff with me. It's quick.
All right, real quick. We're just going to talk about some mindset and looking at things around you that you may need to use to help defend yourself. Look at things around your desk space, in your car, in your purse, on the countertop differently, just in case you may have to use something to defend yourself. What about just a simple key fob? How could you use this to defend yourself? Think about it. Think about it differently. How about this makeup thing? And I'll be honest, I don't even know what this is, but I know it's makeup. But how could you use this device here to defend yourself? You know, I actually had a lady tell me one time, she had the eyeliner mascara stuff, and you take it off, I want to poke him in the eye. Well, sweetheart, it might work, but at least she's thinking, right? There's a lady in Lewistown, Montana.
This is crazy.
She is the nicest lady. She is so sweet. She carries a can of beans in her purse. Could you imagine getting hit upside the head with a can of beans? And I'd never even thought about it before. But she legitimately carries a can of beans in her purse just in case. Holy smokes, an old school stapler? What could you do with this thing? What could you do with something you use every day to staple paperwork to help you get your stuff done at work, to defend yourself, just in case you had to? You're fighting for your life. You're fighting for the life of another human being. Or you're fighting to stop severe bodily harm. What can you do to use this to defend yourself? I love a good heavy stapler. A heavy metal hydro flask type of coffee mug or water mug. What could you use this for? There was legitimately, where I live in North Idaho, there was legitimately a school principal attacked and beat over the head with one of these. You know, he clearly survived, but this was used as a weapon to hurt him. Simple little keychain. Look at this little thing. These are great. I order these from my company. The folks love these things. Just look at things around in your workspace just a hair differently. So in case you have to use it, how could you use it to defend yourself? What could you use it for? What manner? Because, good Lord, if it's your 1 in a million day, if you're attacked, you're in a violent encounter, I consider that your 1 in a million day. Hopefully you only have one, if you even have one in your life. But that might be your 1 in a million day. If you don't look at these things differently, you're not going to be prepared for that 1 in a million day and to respond quick enough.
Don't let it go. That's if people throw it.
Throw it, right? But now, the can of beans, I swear to God, is legitimate. Because I would have never in a million years thought of that. But could you imagine the story? What happened to you, Rob? I don't want to talk about it. It's that circle on the side of your head. I said I don't want to talk about it, right? You got beat up by a can of beans and then an old lady. That's perfect, man. I love that. And she pulled the beans out. I'm like, what the hell? A heavy can of beans. But just look at things differently. Not the paranoia. Oh, if I needed to, I could grab this. Right? And we don't have time to go through everything. But your workspace is ever changing. Right? Every time you're in a new house, it's a different workspace. So just look around as you're walking through. Oh, okay, if I need that, oh, I can stuff that right in his eyeball. You know, whatever. The mascara thing. The lady was legit. I'll just poke him in the eye.
It burns.
Okay. Burns. I'm going to grab that thing. I don't have one of those things, but if I had one, I'd grab it and I'd start smashing his face with it. Okay? So there's traditional weapons too, but we don't have time to go into that right now, but I'll stick around if you want to talk about it. Just look at things differently that you might need in your car, you know, in your purses, you know, in the offices, in the new houses, wherever you're at. There may come a time in your life where you need to be more savage than the savages. I come up with that saying in the middle of speaking in Billings, Montana, and I will not get rid of it because I truly, truly believe it. It just gets to the point, you know. I've had a few things I've said here and there, but this is probably the heaviest thing that if I could get through your head, that one period of time in your life where hopefully never happens, but you know, Michelle didn't think it was going to happen to her. In her interview, before I interviewed her, I sent her all the questions because I did not want her crying because I would be bawling myself. I sent her everything so she wasn't surprised by questions, but I couldn't send her one thing that I needed her to say. What was that? I didn't think it would happen to me. I couldn't tell her that, because it would be fake, right? In the end of the video, she says, you know, Dale, I just didn't think this would happen to me. Nobody does. Not one person that was violently attacked, surprisingly attacked by a stranger, ever thought, oh, today's my day, I probably should stay home, but now I'm gonna go. Nobody ever thought that, okay? So it could be your one in a million day, and if it is, I just need you to turn into a savage for a very short period of time. And when it's over, I will help you. If I'm not working, I will fly down here to help you. Okay, I will help you get through whatever you want. I'll explain the court process with you. I'll be on the phone with you for the court process, because you don't know what it is and it sucks. But I will help you through it. I'm working through this court process with Michelle right now. That's just you can get a hold of me, and there's all those scanner things. I hope they all work, I don't know.
Scanner.
I can never remember what the hell they're called.
You're really technical, aren't you?
What's that?
You're really techy, aren't you?
Yeah, totally. It took me so long to figure out, just to get these words in the right place. It's like, damn it, it's not working. Look, I'll be in town for the summit. If you're at the summit, I usually bring keychains. You know that little cat keychain that I showed on here? I usually bring those, but I left them at the house. I totally forgot them.
So you can get through the airport with those, but you can't go to Knott's Berry Farm with them. Just so you know, because I got one at your last one, and I traveled with it a lot on the
Probably
airplane.
needed a Knott's Berry Farm. I've been there. I got into a fight at Knott's Berry Farm. These kids attacked me because I told them to back off. I'm like, what the heck?
I just laughed because, I get stopped at security through the airport for everything, and that never, ever.
And it's always different every time, right? Yeah. They go through my bag for something different every single time. But you guys see me, if you go to the summit and you see me, I'm gonna bring some with me, okay? So I can hand them out because I forgot to bring them. If you go to the summit, you see me at the summit, come up and talk to me. If you need anything for the rest of your life, 12 and a half more years, you can call me. I'm going to be back in town doing I switched the class to 3 hours because of the LDR. I'll be in town doing the CE class in March 29th for the LVR. I'm going to send Stephanie a flyer on that and a video, because I'll do another video, just so everybody has it. I think they charge, what, $20? I really want to blow that place up. They do it weird. The way they do their training is
Where's that?
Las Vegas Realtors, the
Oh,
association.
right down the street.
Yeah. They do a little different, but I'd really like to blow that place up and get as many people in there as possible. It's really hard for me to get them to finally get me in there. So when that comes up, come, it's $20 I think, and have the other people come too. This message is way bigger than me. When I started this, I really just want to make a ton of money. I'm still 10 grand in debt, okay? Because this message is so much bigger than anything I could ever be. And I'm going to get this out to as many people as I can in the next 12 and a half years. So if there's any questions, stick around. I'll be here. If you want to look at the table, we'll talk about some traditional items. I want every one of you to go buy a personal body alarm, okay? I'll tell you, stick around, and I'll tell you. All right? Thanks, Mark.
Thank you. I have nothing to add on top of that. Just, again, your safety means everything to me. So just keep that top of mind all the time. So remember, no matter how you slice it, greatness is a choice. Let's go out there and be great. Thank you.
Thank you.